The biologically resonant harmonizer, a sound frequency healing device by Second Earth.
Hi, Joann. It's time to come back. Well, hello there. Take your time. So we left you on there for the full, all 7 chakras, about 59 minutes.
Wow. As soon as it started, I immediately started crying. And I can't tell you why, I have no idea. It was very dark, I kept trying to see beyond. Like there was things trying to show themselves to me and I couldn't see what they were. And then later, like a 5-year-old boy, a vision of a 5-year-old boy popped up. I don't know who it was. It was very quick. It was very calm and very relaxed. And then a spider monkey was there for a good 2 minutes, which I had no idea what that was. And the image was gone, just back to relaxing. And then a friend of my father's, he's still alive, his face popped right up. And that was really strange. And that was it. And I just went back to relaxing. And the darkness, when it was first started, was very dark and stayed dark for a good while. And then throughout the thing, each time it was getting lighter and lighter as going through each chakra, different one got lighter and lighter.
So what do you mean, the darkness? Were you floating somewhere?
I felt like I was going, like maybe walking, and things were coming towards me, but I couldn't see what they were. And it was just dark, very, very dark.
In the beginning?
Yes. And that lasted for quite a while, and then it just gradually started lighting up, and it was light. I was very relaxed, didn't see anything else, but very relaxed, but the darkness lit up. It was gradually went away, and there wasn't things for me to see in there. It was like there was things there that I was supposed to see, but I couldn't see what they were. Except those 3 things, and it's crazy.
What was the overall feeling while you were in that state?
I was totally relaxed. Like more than you can describe getting relaxed.
And what do you think brought on the emotion crying?
I have no idea. As soon as it started, I just started crying. And I felt sadness. Didn't last long, maybe 2 minutes. Which caught me off guard. I was like, well, why am I crying? And it's just like felt very sad and depressed, and then just like that, it was gone.
We hold on to a lot of stuff. Sometimes we're not conscious of everything we hold on to. So when you have this love vibration, these resonant tones, it brings up it brings up feelings and emotions.
Yeah, like talking about it, I feel sad for some reason. And I didn't after that, when I stopped crying after like 2 minutes, but now talking about it later, now I feel sad.
Breathe into that. Take a deep breath. Let's breathe into it one more time. Big, loving breath. Okay, before I click this off, is there anything else you can remember from your journey?
No, just no, just that damn monkey. I don't know what the hell he was doing. It was so weird.
Who?
The little spider monkey was with me for a long time. I have no
He was
idea.
traveling with you?
Yeah, spider monkey.
By your side?
Yep.
Sounds like a guide.
Like a
Little friend.
spider monkey.
Little friend to go along with
Yeah,
you.
it was crazy.
How'd you feel about him?
I didn't know anything now, but to think of him now, I'm like, oh, I almost miss him. That sounds crazy.
That's so great.
Yeah, like he
So-
was my friend or something. I almost miss him.
You never know. And you said that you were seeing things that you couldn't quite see them, but you were supposed to.
Yes.
Can you go into that a little deeper?
Like I couldn't tell if it was because it was too dark or I don't know. It just seemed like I was supposed to be seeing like different shapes were coming up, but I couldn't tell what they were.
Okay. I think I understand that.
Okay.
So you know how if you use binoculars or telescope or even glasses, you have to focus the lens to see it clearly. So since you're not used to consciously being in that vibration, you're in an altered state, you're elsewhere, you're traveling somewhere, you're not used to being there, maybe you haven't cleared enough and your vibration wasn't attuned to be able to perceive everything that was being presented to you. So maybe on future journeys, some of those things may come more into conscious awareness. Is that possible?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would love to try it again sometime and see, because it was a totally new experience, and I could actually see the vibrations on these things that I was supposed to see.
What do you mean, see the vibration?
Like they were like vibrating, sort of, as they were coming into picture.
Alive.
Yes, yes.
I notice a lot of people that have NDEs talk about even the walls of the building. They're lit and they're alive. Everything was alive.
But it was all blackness. But it was all, yes, it was all moving, but it was all blackness.
At first.
Yes, at first.
It sounds like you were clearing some things and you started to move forward. You were moving into more and more light. So
yeah, because as I went through, it just lightened up and lightened up and lightened up.
it sounds like you had a healing journey. Sounds like you were letting go of stuff. And you were moving into a healing you were in a healing journey, and you had a friend with you. I find that fascinating. You had a friend that comforted you. You had somebody to go along with. Did the spider monkey help you feel more secure?
Yeah, it was like I know him. I knew him, but
You
I
might-
don't know how.
You might have. You might have had another life where that was your pet.
I mean, he knew me too, so.
So we're going to look up the totem, spiritual totem of spider monkey, and see if this relates to anything.
Okay.
All right.
I'm curious.
What an incredible, incredible journey. Thank you so much for sharing
you.
this with people.
Thank you for the experience.
That's great. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is a follow-up video of Joann that you just saw in the testimonial, and about 28 or 29 days have gone by, and we found out what was actually going on during her description of her experience, what the crying was about, and what the people that came into her vision, what that was all about. And it seems that, Joe, you've had some profound healing. This blows my mind at what this does. So anyway, can we start off with, well, one, say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Okay, so let's start off. You talked about the crying and you didn't know what that was about. And I said I thought it was some kind of emotional release from something you were holding on to.
Yes, which I had recurring dreams for 37 years and 11 months to be exact of an ex-boyfriend. I thought from 3 times a week, sometimes 6 times a week, every single week for that amount of time. They were bothersome. I would wake up sometimes crying, and I didn't think about it, the crying, why I was crying, till afterwards. A week went by, and I noticed something really strange. I didn't have a dream about him.
Wait a minute. You're saying that you had a boyfriend 37 and a half years ago, you guys broke up, and you were dreaming about him 4 to how many times a week?
6.
4 to 6 times a week for 37 years and 11 months?
Yes, I thought I would die having these. I thought I would have these dreams till I left this earth.
And what has happened?
I have not had a dream at all since. It's unbelievable. And in my heart, I have a mate that I've been with for 24 years, but it never was a whole relationship. My heart has room for him now. I feel so different for my partner now that I've had for 24 years. It's changed drastically.
That makes a lot of sense. I guess if you're holding on to a lost love and you're holding on to that, there's a space inside you that cannot have the full space for someone else. And it shows us how letting go of our past so that we could have a future is so damn important.
It's unbelievable.
That is incredible. 37 and 11 months, years, it's 37 years of dreams, and they just stopped.
And I was getting very tired of them.
It looks like you were ready to let them go and you needed a catalyst to help because they were stuck. I would bet that 10 years of psychology would not have helped that.
I don't know. It's unbelievable to me.
Now, you also told me that you had something else happen having to do with every time you drove by or what you were doing with driving by his house over all these years?
Yes. His father still lives in the same house, and it's not far from my house, so I always would take that road. It's a shortcut. And to see if maybe his car was there or something, I have stopped driving past that road as a shortcut. I have no desire. It doesn't matter to me anymore that his dad lived there and that I might catch a glimpse of him. It doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, you've been driving by his house all these years,
Yes.
just in case you would see him,
Yes.
but never knocked on his door.
No.
And what did you say about the reaction of when you would see his car in the past?
I would say, oh my God, he's there, he's there, he's there. And then I drove by about 4 months ago and I said, if his car's there, I'm stopping. And his car was there, but I was just too afraid to stop because it's been so long. I was like, keep telling myself, it's been too long, let it go, let it go. But it didn't leave me until I got on the harmonizer.
Wow. And you no longer have any urge to drive by there. It's gone.
None. It's gone.
So
And my fiance of 24 years has my whole heart. I feel like I finally belong with him. All of me.
And before you didn't.
No.
You felt something was missing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's one. Now we discussed the spider monkey, okay, and your father's friend and what that possibly could mean. And so share with me about your father and the spider monkey and what we think everything represented in that.
Okay. My dad, when he was in the service, had a
Oh,
spider
wait, let's
monkey.
back up. So you were,
Oh, I'm
you
sorry.
had in your dream this, not in, I mean in the space you went,
Right.
a spider monkey was accompanying you, and you said you felt like you knew the spider monkey, and the spider monkey knew you,
Yes.
and it was being your companion along your walk through lighter and lighter levels of light.
Yeah, he knew me. I knew him. I don't know how. I didn't know how at the time. But just a couple days ago, it dawned on me that my father, before I was born, had a spider monkey, and he would talk about it a lot. And I thought when I got on the harmonizer that I would have seen my dad if I saw anything. So I think the spider monkey came either representing him or some connection to him, because I don't know any spider monkeys. I never
Right.
saw one.
But you also had your dad's friend show up.
Yes, and he's my dad's very best friend from when they were young kids. Very best friends. They did everything together. He is still alive. He's with us. And he showed up. There he was. He did not say anything. Him and the monkey, they both were there at the same time. And I thought a couple days ago that was my connection to my dad. There was
Right.
no doubt about it.
Now, you said that if you had seen your dad, to me, you thought that that would have been too much for you.
I think it would have upset me. I think it would like been a little shocking to me.
So rather than your dad showing up in person, so to speak, representatives of him were there.
Yes, I truly believe that.
Wow. Okay, so we have one more thing that you discovered of what it was, and you talked about the 5-year-old that appeared and that you knew them and they knew you. And
Yes.
who was that in actuality?
I had a miscarriage in 2000, and the man I was married to had a son from a previous marriage, and I had seen pictures of the boy, and the image that popped up to me was very similar to his son, which I took that to be, that was my child, that was my miscarriage baby that came to me and showed me he was perfectly fine and happy. Didn't say anything, but had the same features, the same eyes, the hair, everything was all the same.
You could tell that it was your miscarried boy.
Yes.
Well, Joe, you had quite a healing, quite an experience. And thank you so much. Is there, before we sign off, is there anything else you want to share with people about your journey or about?
It was incredible. When it first stops, you don't even, it was so incredible, you don't even know how to describe, and I can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, I noticed people that were crawling off of the mat at the trade shows, A lot of them had a lot of trouble describing what had just happened because they were still out to lunch from this in a good way. And unfortunately, we didn't have the opportunity to follow up with anybody and what the different things might have meant and what had happened and what happened afterwards. But with you, I had this opportunity, because we're so close and everything, to go over what all this meant. And I think it is the most profound importance, so profound that people need to know about, that this is available as an incredible way to heal chakra alignment, tuning of your body, letting go of past blocked emotions, and literally raising your vibration and being more free in life, and therefore going to be more happy.
Yeah, no longer obsessed with the boyfriend.
All righty. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the experience.
Bye-bye. The biologically resonant harmonizer works in so many more ways than what you see here.